伟伦，我看你可以先 play music 了，那个 Darryl 还没有进来。
OK。
Amway gives us opportunity with products that fit everybody.
I decided I should go for something where I can promote healthy living.
I want to work and be with my family.
I want to have my own life, my own schedule.
Amway is the best thing I've ever done in my life. I'm an ABO.
I'm Amway Business.
Amway Business.
I'm the business owner.
Amway complements my lifestyle.
I just share my experiences with my products.
I use almost all products from Amway.
My favorite Amway product is Nutrilite All Plant Protein.
Artistry, skincare.
I'm a fitness boy, so I love protein.
Everybody wants to find supplements. Everybody thinking about healthy.
I like to be a part of fitness and health community.
Our Amway team is like a family.
We have different activities with my team. It's cooking, yoga class,
Sports activities.
Group meetings on parks.
I learn a lot and I share my own experience.
The best thing about working with Amway is the freedom.
Freedom of life, freedom from boss.
I work anywhere that I want.
We can work everywhere we want to work and how we want to work.
My location for work, it's right here in my telephone.
Our goals and dreams are very clear.
I want my children to look at me as their idol.
It's about how to achieve goals, how to stay motivated, how to dream.
To us, it's not even like work, it's like having a good time.
Building relationships and helping others is what we do best. We are here to help you build on those strengths like never before. To meet people where they are, just like we've been doing since the beginning.
You want to test your slide, Darryl?
Yep, it works.
Building relationships and helping others is what we do best. We are here to help you build on those strengths like never before. To meet people where they are, just like we've been doing since the beginning. Welcome to the evolution of entrepreneurship. Welcome to Amway Creators.
Amway gives us opportunity with products that fit everybody.
I decided I should go for something where I can promote healthy living.
I want to work and be with my family.
I want to have my own life, my own schedule.
Amway is the best thing I've ever done in my life. I'm an ABO.
I'm Amway Business.
Amway Business.
I'm the business owner.
Amway complements my lifestyle.
I just share my experiences with my products.
I use almost all products from Amway.
My favorite Amway product is Nutrilite All Plant Protein.
Artistry, skincare.
I'm a fitness boy, so I love protein.
Everybody wants to find supplements. Everybody thinking about healthy.
I like to be a part of fitness and health community.
Our Amway team is like a family.
We have different activities with my team. It's cooking, yoga class,
Sports activities.
Group meetings on parks.
I learn a lot and I share my own experience.
The best thing about working with Amway is the freedom.
Freedom of life, freedom from boss.
I work anywhere that I want.
We can work everywhere we want to work and how we want to work.
My location for work, it's right here in my telephone.
Our goals and dreams are very clear.
I want my children to look at me as their idol.
It's about how to achieve goals, how to stay motivated, how to dream.
To us, it's not even like work, it's like having a good time.
Okay, now 7:32. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Home Global Link Tuesday meeting. I'm your host for tonight. My name is Waylun from Medan, Indonesia. First of all, let us thank our founders of Home Global Link, our dear founders Diamond, Erwin Tan and Diamond Janet. Let us give them okay, and flowers. And I also want to thank my upline mentor, Tony and Casey. Without them, I wouldn't be here tonight also. And thanks to our dear Diamond to give me this opportunity to become your host for tonight.
You're talking about
Okay, let us.
or the ice which we take, you better join from there.
Sorry. Okay. Let us kick start. Okay, our meeting. Wait, promotion of the month. Thank you. Okay. So we begin from the Malaysian promotion. Okay, the first one. If you buy any home care product minimum of 180 ringgit, you get this Tesora 4-piece fridge organizer with only around 19 ringgit. Okay, and then the second one, if you buy any selected Nutrilite products minimum of purchase 250 ringgit or 2 cartons of SS drinks, you get this Nutrilite Classy cutlery set for only around 13 ringgits. Okay, very good promotion. Let us continue. Now in Malaysia we have this buy now pay later. Okay, Nutrilite Beauty Inside Out package. Okay, collagen and this the sleeping mask, and then the Nutrilite Foundational Trio. Okay, protein, some omega, and double X. So all of you may check in the Atomy website, or Atomy this one brochure to look at it, or even you may ask your upline to get this more information more. And then the third one is the Artistry Intensive Skincare 40 Nights Reset Program. And then the last one is the Artistry Vitamin C Glow Set. Wow. And this is how the systematic of the buy now pay later. You may walk into any Amway shop and then you choose the product, and then you go into the Atomy QR code, and then you order complete. Okay, very good. Okay, we move on to the Atmosphere Sky and Mini. With the purchase of Atmosphere Sky, okay, you will get this American Tourister Jetson cabin luggage. Wow, with the Amway logo with only 85 ringgit. Okay, very good. If you purchase Atmosphere Mini, you will get this multifunction health pod with only 29 ringgits. Wow. Okay, good promotion in Malaysia. And for the new ABO and new APC, you enjoy these 3 coupons up to 80 ringgits within 90 days with a minimum of 200 ringgit per purchase. Get this more information to your active upline or whoever invited you here in our home global link meeting. Okay, let us move on to not yet. Okay, we have this artistry 5% off as a set, balancing, hydrating, and renewing. Wow, this is the skin nutrition set. Okay, for the dryness, for the unwanted visible signs, and then for the oily. So they have 3 sets here. So check out the promotion, okay, in your Amagram or e-news. Okay, let us move on. Nutrilite Probiotic for Women, okay, also available, okay, from Singapore with only 68 ringgit. Okay, the new one, providing live probiotics and prebiotic fiber for ladies to maintain good feminine health. Wow, okay. Spring Catex promo, okay, with only purchase of $248, you will get this Spring water bottle with ice cube maker, only $35. Wow. Oh, this is the one under the picture. Okay, and then the next one is Artistry Skin Nutrition Foaming Solution 3-set with the price $197.6. And we have this Artistry Skin Nutrition Universe Solution 3 sets with the 5% discount, only worth $188.10. Okay, this is the artistic online special offer. Okay, we have this new artistic skin serum bundle. Okay, hydrate glow set, ultimate brightening, and then the hydrate plus foaming set. With the purchase of this, okay, you will get this artistic Demasonic with only $406. Wow. Okay. Okay, this one is the Body Key Mentor Trim and Fit Challenge. Will be available until August. Okay, weigh in January until June, and then weigh out the March until August. Okay, stay tuned for this Trim and Fit Challenge. Okay, get more info with your active outline mentor. Okay, and in Singapore we also have this buy now pay later Atomy starting from this month, yeah, everyone. And the 20th anniversary hybrid open shop, okay, will be available in Singapore. Wow. Okay, let us move on to the Indonesian promotion. We have this Amosia Mini promotion. With the purchase of 1 unit Mini, you get this Crispo 3-in-1 handle vacuum with only 900,000 rupiah in marketplace 1.8 million rupiah. Okay, you may save around 50%. Okay, and we have this promo fantastic. Okay, for every purchase of Nutrilite up to 3 step skin, personal care, and Hamway Home worth 1.5 million rupiah, you will get this. Okay, you may choose one. Sorry, you may choose one of these merchandise with the price of, yeah, you may see 50,000 to 180,000 rupiah. Continue. Okay, the promotion is done. Okay, so we have 2 awesome speakers for tonight. Okay, as you can see, the first one will be brought by Ms. Ching with the sharing of botanical beverage. Okay, before I welcome her, let us introduce a little bit of her profile. Ching has been working in FMCG marketing for more than 10 years. Okay, now currently holding senior trade marketing manager in MNC company, and despite of her busy schedule, she also building Amway business as her plan B. Now she has a better personal health challenge with the support of Nutrilite products, and she's also a great leader and a business builder in this business. So let us please welcome Ching with egg and flowers. Okay, offer to you, Miss Ching. Thank you.
Thank you, Waylon. Such a wonderful introduction. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to thank Diamond, Janet, and Edwin who actually giving me this opportunity to give my humble sharing, learning on the product sharing with each other. So please help me to give 888 to Diamond and also the awesome host, Waylon. Okay, let me share my screen here. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you all. You can see my slide, right? So share with you all 2 awesome new products actually launched in Malaysia. The botanical beverage. One is the botanical beverage berries with lutein, which is ICU. Obviously, with the title or with the with this product name, we can know that it actually treats our eyes. I am so excited actually when these 2 products launch, because it's actually really relate to me, and maybe I have some small sharing on my personal experience to share with you all. So first of all, I want to share on this botanical beverage berries with lutein, which actually help to tackle our eyes and our vision. Okay, let me scroll down. So maybe we can actually self-check ourselves how much actually we spend our time on screen per day. Okay, the on screen means that we working we now, during the MCO or during the pandemic season, when we are locked down at home, we work from home mostly. And then the time that's spent on screen each day has been increasing. Okay, not only the PC screen, we also watch actually our own mobile screen as well, which actually we exposed to the blue light. So maybe we want to self-check ourselves, A, B, C. So which part is belong to you that spend less than 5 hours? Everyone, maybe you want to put A, B, or C for yourself. For me, it's definitely my answer for myself is C, more than 10 hours, seriously. Working from home, yes, it's good, you know, but then we tend to, you know, it's like when you have a break, when you actually have break to take a meal or after wash shower and all that, we come back to the PC. Okay, for all the, you know, our work, not even work, sometimes we do now, right now we do also webinar on virtually, we don't do physical like previously. We spend more time actually on screen. Now, what about you? Is it your answer is A or B? Okay, so no matter what answer you gave, A, B, C, is actually that you actually spend some hours, some time actually on screen. Yeah. So you see, like just now I mentioned, because of learning from home, we increase the hours spent on the screen. So in 2021, a study showing that Malaysia has spent averagely 17 hours, 39 minutes a day on screens, actually increased 3 hours compared to year 2020. That is due to because that we are in the pandemic lockdown, and we tend actually spending a lot of time working and learning from home. Okay, and can skip this. So once we wake up, right, we start to use our eyes for every single moment without rest. Okay, the only time that we rest our eyes is during sleeping time. Then you see, when study time or even the working time or even reading time, we actually spend a lot of time. Social media entertaining, our eyes are actually start to work already, start to look at the screen, start to look at the materials that in front of our face. And then, okay, so to get to know some, let's look at some structure on our eye to know our eye better and for better vision. So to simplify this structure, yeah, we just need to know that what is retina. So retina actually, what is a light sensitive layer which lies inside our eye, which is here. Okay, we have the front part will be cornea, the lens, which help us to filter. Okay, then it will go to the retina, and then this retina will actually have the light layer that actually help us to look. This is the part that which actually help us to see our object, see everything clearly. And the most important part in the retina part will be the macula. So what is macula? So this is very important. I also learned from this new word, the retina central portion. The macula stays at the retina center portion, which actually responsible for focusing central vision in the eye. So the macula is the part that the eyes will actually control our eye sharpness, to see the eye sharp, the vision sharpness, and then to see the visions clearly. Okay, so now the damaging of macula, since the damaging of macula will actually causes blurry vision. And the vision, when you look at the image, it will be like distorted. Example, like the lines supposedly to be straight, but you can see some bend lines or wavy objects. Okay, and the difficulty to recognize the faces or an object, blurry, and then the decreased ability to see the brighter or intense color. Supposedly it should be very sharp one. Okay, the macula, when you see that kind of symptom, that means that you have some damaging in your macula already. So it starts to deteriorate. So we have to be take alert or make awareness to actually taking care of our eyes care already. So let's just see what actually caused that damage to our macula. So macula is one of the important, stay at the center of retina. So we are exposed to blue light every single day. You know, blue light, we heard about this a lot of time. So blue light is a light which has a wavelength between approximately 380 nanometer and 420 nanometer. So compared to UVA and UVB, which actually it can be filtered by our lens, our eyes, lens, and cornea. But blue light, it actually penetrates through the cornea and lens, and it will go directly harms the retina. So while blue light has actually a benefit, which actually help us to see things clearly and colorfully, but it also actually harm the retina of our eyes. So once we actually exposed to all the digital electronic devices, which are the PC and then which are the mobile, normally that we use these two digital devices, that actually exposes to blue light, and it will cause our eye strain and dry eyes and eyes problems from time to time. So gradually, actually, all of us actually exposed to these damages. So it is important for us to actually to look into the eye care. Okay, so impacts from the blue light. Okay, so for almost all visible blue light passes through corneal lenses and reaches the retina. And when it reaches our retina, it will go to the macula. Let me actually help you to recover. Yeah, this is the macula. So retina, when it penetrates through the cornea and lens, it will go to this area retina, and the very dangerously when it actually harmful and damages our macula, which is the central portion. So we need to take care of our eyes from the impact of the blue light. So what are the blue light impact? If let's say that we expose it too much, the fact that you will get headache and bad mood if let's say you expose too long, and loss of visual contrast and sharpness, like just now I mentioned, and also it will actually disrupt our sleep, because when you expose too much, sometimes when we are on the bed already, you switch off light, but we are still like pegang, we still hold our mobile, still looking at the mobile phone. This also actually will disrupt our sleep, because the blue light will actually affect one of the hormone. I can't remember the hormone name. That hormone actually will help us to get the sleepiness and put us into sleep. But then when we expose to blue light too often, it will actually disrupt that hormone, and it will make us awake, and then we will not be able to sleep easily. And we have a digital eye strain as well. And then we will encounter the discomfort and fatigue, eyes very dry and very tired, and we keep on rubbing our eyes, and then it will actually leads to macular degeneration. Macular degeneration means that our eyesight, our macula deteriorate, become more damaged and more damaged. This is called the macular degeneration. So some of the macular degeneration symptoms will be dry eyes, you have blur focus and vision, and the distortion of vision means that you can't see the things in a straight line. You can see the bend and wave. I'm not sure how many of you encounter this, but from my own experience through these 2 years, I think end of last year, I encountered that I don't know why. I normally I would check my driving. Actually, I'm driving, so normally I will test my eyesight to look at the car in front of me. I think 3 cars in front, forward from my car. I will actually try to test my eyesight to look at the car plate number, whether I can read it out. And this time, I still I do another next level, which I test my left eye. So I will actually close my right eye and test my left eye, whether my left eye can read that plate number. My left eye still okay, but when I close my left eye and tested my right eye to test my right eye, I close my left eye. My right eye cannot see the plate number clearly. And this is how I do for myself. I'm a person, I do not have eyes issue, even schooling and after this. But because that I have been actually exposed too much of working from home, from the digital devices. So one day I went out, driving. I just look at the car plate number and I tested that, and disappointedly to say, I'm quite upset actually. My right eye has actually cannot see as clearly as my left eye already, and I keep on tested it to see the signboard. Yes, I have to admit that my eyesight is keeping on the eyesight deteriorate, and it made me alert that I want to do some improvement on that already. And another symptom I found out also, I have dry eyes, and I start to actually buy the eye drops to actually keep my eye hydrated, to keep my eyes moisture, in a sense, because I have dry eyes. I keep on rubbing my eyes. I'm not sure if I say you have any symptom of this, you can actually put inside this chat box 222 if any of you have encountered this impact of blue light, headache, bad mood. Maybe you can type it out. What is your dry eyes issue? What is your eyes issue? Maybe it's a sleep disruption. Maybe it's eye fatigue. Have you encountered this? I'm not sure whether it is only me, but I'm sure that every one of us here exposing to all these digital devices will have these symptoms and effect from this blue light. And yes, then other causes of eye problems also. You see the poor hygiene when we keep on, like just now I mentioned, keep on rubbing our eyes. Sometimes we do not have actually make our hands clean, and we keep on rubbing it, and it causes all the bacteria to go into our eyes. And the poor microcirculation of our eyes means that the blood circulation around our eyes, and then the damage of retina and macula, and also the poor nutrition, lack of eye nutrients. We do not take enough of eye nutrients, and from that time onwards, I start to actually, that time, I keep on actually waiting for, anyway, the bilberry has been discontinued earlier. I've been actually looking for the bilberry plus. So until this year that I heard that it will come up with a new eyes improvement, for visual care products. So these are the digital eye strain. Means that it causes by all the digital devices, the dry eye disease, DED. So the prolonged screen time of more than 2 hours, it could actually lead to this DED, digital eye strain. Due to digital eye strain, it will cause this dry eye disease. Okay, so the dry eye disease will actually, when you actually expose too much, and on screens too much, it will lead to blur vision, fatigue, headache, and burning eyes. My experience is I come to this blurred vision, but sometimes good, sometimes bad. Sometimes you can see clearly, sometimes it's bad. And actually, my friends actually, or my family members advise me to go and to go and check whether I need to wear glasses. But I still insist I do not want to wear glasses, because I've not been exposed to wearing glasses. And then I'm waiting for that supplement, the product to come out so that I can actually improve it. Until now, I still not yet go to test what is my short-sighted and all that. I still insist that I could actually improve it. Okay, so right now what I do is that our natural so-called wellness to take care of my eye. Because luckily my balcony, when I open my balcony, I can see all the stretch of the greens. Means that there's a small hill, just when I open the balcony, the green. So for 1 hour when I look at the PC, I will go out and take a 5 minutes break to look at the greens. This is how I do for natural way. But I hope that I have a product to help me. So these are all the symptoms. And how do you want to encounter, when you encounter this, what do you want to do? So there's also another one is age-related macular degeneration. So macular degeneration is talking about the degeneration of your eyesight. So it also caused by eyes. It usually affects people in their 50s and 60s. It is a progressive disease. So no matter how we actually take care, our macular degeneration means our eyesight will deteriorate when it comes to our aging, okay, when we grow older and older. So no matter how, whether or not we have to actually be aware to actually taking care of our eye and visual. And right now, children also is one of the category that actually having the risk of developing eye problems even much more earlier. Okay, we talk about naturally the age-related macular is due to the aging, but right now, because 1 in 10 children in Malaysia has actually undiagnosed vision problem that can lead to chronic headaches and learning difficulties, because they have been actually exposed right now since very young to the learning through e-learning platform, which is through Zoom, everything on virtual, okay, or everything on online. So this leads to the children's eyes absorb more blue light than the adults. And also sometimes on iPad, and then it's like playing time also means that you're using virtual, and learning time also using the PC. So children also one of the category. And so it is very it's a large group of people already when we talk about here. So we talk about the macula just now. So it is a very important component of our eye, which is a part of the in the center of the retina area. So macula is actually responsible for our visual acuity, which is help us to read, to recognize faces and colors and objects sharply, and see the objects in fine detail. And while driving, just like I mentioned about driving. So driving also, it actually really needs our good eyesight, in the sense that when you see, when you're going in 1 kilometer or even in 500 meters, you're going to crossroad, you need to see which left or right you want to turn. You have to look at the signboard. So that signboard, can you see it clearly? Can you see it clearly in the day, and can you see it clearly at night? Or this is how I actually test myself, my eyesight. So there's a difference after when you look at the PC whole day and when you go out and driving. So that actually challenged my eyesight. It will test my eyesight. Where am I? So the key components to help to improve macula is lutein and zeaxanthin. Okay, lutein and zeaxanthin is the key components, key ingredients, the hero nutrients for macula. So lutein and zeaxanthin are the only dietary carotenoids that accumulate in the retina. It accumulated in retina, particularly in macular region here, which is also known as macular pigments. So macular pigments holds the lutein and zeaxanthin. I want to mention this 3 times because on the later slides, we will learn more about macular pigments. So remember about these macular pigments hold the most lutein and zeaxanthin, which is the key components to help us to improve our eyesight. So it is these 2 components, lutein and zeaxanthin in macular pigments, act as a powerful antioxidants. Now, powerful antioxidants to protect our eyes from harmful free radicals. Okay, it acts also like the natural sunglasses to absorb excessive light energy, especially to protect our eyes from harmful blue light. So 2 main points here. One is powerful antioxidant to protect our eyes from harmful free radicals. Second, to protect our eyes from harmful blue light. So important, these two only can win already. Okay, can help us to improve our eyesight already. So from food, how do we get this lutein and zeaxanthin? Okay, the hero nutrients from macula. Okay, if let's say we don't want to take from the products, we can actually take 40 eggs per day. Okay, let's ask ourselves, do we take 40 eggs per day? Or optionally, we can take 1 kilogram of corn per day. Every day you eat corn, okay? Whether you can digest or not, digest the 1 kilo corn, now think about that. Then what about 1 kilogram of broccoli per day? So these are the options, which I think is quite challenging for us to take all this in such a large portion, So alternatively, we have such a good 2 heroes combining and make in this nutrition. So firstly, we have this from modern science, we have this marigold and blackcurrant. To have these two key nutrients for the eyes. And these are from the modern science, and to synergistically to pair with it, we have also coming from the TCM, which is the traditional Chinese medicine, which are the wolfberry and chrysanthemum. Okay, these two actually help in nourishing the liver. Now, in TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, believe that livers, when you taking care of livers, well, it will help to, you will have a good eyes visual. This is the Chinese medical treatment, yeah. So when we combine with this both, that's why we have this awesomely synergistically nutrients to come with in a packet of botanical berries with lutein. Okay, let us go down. What are the goodies and ingredients on this marigold and blackcurrant? So for marigold and blackcurrant, so for marigold itself, it has a golden ratio of 5.1, which is the pure lutein 6 mg, the lutein, and then the zeaxanthin 1.2 mg. So this is the golden ratio. With it works synergistically. It will work so well with the 5:1 ratio that help to reduce the risk of developing age-related macular degeneration. So macular degeneration means the deteriorate the eyesight, like the eyesight issue getting poorer and poorer. So it will help to reduce the risk. Okay, and then because these two, they have antioxidant property to help to prevent the harm from free radicals. Just now we mentioned already two key importance. Okay, we are repeating here the antioxidant property, that ability to absorb high energy of blue light produced by visual display units, which are all the digital devices. So these two ingredients can help to help to tackle the harmness to our visual already. Okay, inside this marigold. And whereas the blackcurrant, so the blackcurrant, it provides the dietary of anthocyanins. Okay, anthocyanins actually, it helps to beneficial to visual, which actually increase the retinal blood circulation. So it helps to circulate our blood, and then it helps to get the wellness, mitigate the eye fatigue symptoms. Okay, sometimes we have dry eyes, fatigue eyes. So blackcurrant have these ingredients to help us on blood circulation. So these are the two very important, and the benefits are so benefits when we have it in modern science part. So to go down to the herbs one, the wolfberry and chrysanthemum. To be honest, this when I talk about while I'm waiting for Amway to come up with the nutrients, right? Actually, I bring this wolfberry because I know that in Chinese tradition, right, this wolfberry, it helps on the eyesight, but I do not know actually it actually helps on protecting and giving wellness to the liver. It helps to improve the liver function, and which directly will help the eyesight. So I keep on drinking this. I make it, boil it in the hot water and eat this wolfberry. Normally Chinese, they will actually put this wolfberry in some of the herbal soup, and yes, soup only. But we normally take that soup in like 1 or 2 in a week. But this one I drink every day lah. I keep on, actually I buy one big packet and then I make it pour in the hot boiled water, and I take the wolfberry. So this is the belief that coming from our families and teachings. So the chrysanthemum is also another one. It's often combined with wolfberry in Eastern Asia, benefits eye with TCM, traditional Chinese medicine philosophy of removing liver fire and improving vision. Okay, let me explain on this liver fire. Liver tends to be heaty, heaty. So chrysanthemum has the function to help to reduce the heatiness. Means that it will actually maintain the well-being of liver. Once you maintain the well-being of liver, it will improve your vision. And in modern science, wolfberries are good dietary source of zeaxanthin. Oh, wolfberry got zeaxanthin also. Whereas chrysanthemum contains lutein, which are beneficial for our eyes. So these herbal ingredients also having this lutein and zeaxanthin. So it will couple with this modern science, which is marigold with lutein and zeaxanthin, the two heroes ingredients to help into our eyes vision. So the herbal also the herbal ingredient also we have that. So it is so good when it it pair with the herbal and then the modern science together. So great when I look at when I read all of this information. And chrysanthemum is also rich in antioxidant that can protect eyes from free radical damage. So let's look at some study that help from this botanical formula. How would actually it improve? So from these key findings, we can see this. This is the ERG, electroretinogram. It is a test that used worldwide to assess the status of retina in eye disease. So you can see this when it combines with this botanical beverage help to improve 35%. Okay, indicate the retina function. Okay, it improved 35%. And then in a clinical trial, which 18 to 60 years old male or female volunteers who has actually frequent eye fatigue symptom. They are the eye user with eyes problem. Then they come to have a test. So the objective is to actually the test is actually to evaluate the protective effect of the botanical combination of lutein, ginseng extract from the blackcurrant, chrysanthemum, the wolfberry also called goji berry, on adults with eye fatigue. Okay, so when you can see in 90 days, we can see there's a 67% of dry eye improvement. And for eye fatigue, tired eyes get tired, we can see 81% of improvement. And the visual notice persistence, which is the visual impression, means that your visual impression and perception, whether it is improved. We can see we have 81% of improvement on visual perception. You can see the clinical trial has actually made a very tremendous good result after consuming the product. So in all, so macular pigment optical density, MPOD. Okay, just now we mentioned about macular pigment is where it store all the two hero ingredients, which is the lutein and then the zeaxanthin. So this is the clinical test whether the macular pigment density. So the more denser means that the more density that the macular pigment is. So it suggests that it is the more improved macular function it is. So the more dense it is, the more good it is. So because it will measure to provide the accurate calculation of blue light absorption. So the more it dense, right? The more it dense, it will help to absorb the blue light not to go to to harm our retina. So that's why when the clinical study has actually shown that it improved by 14%. So you may ask, 14% only, yeah. But let me tell you one thing. There's one fact actually showing that so our eyes, right? The density actually will deteriorate in 10 years. Within 10 years, it will deteriorate 18%, 18%. But in these 90 days, right? 90 days, it improved by 14%. So when it improved by 14% in 90 days, it considered is very good already. Because in 10 years time, no matter what you do, because of aging, it will gradually deteriorate. You will lose the sharpness, the visual improvement. It will deteriorate in 18%. Okay, so this is the improvement. 14% is very, very good. Okay, the more that the MP, the macular pigment density, it will help to protect from the blue light, and because it will absorb the absorbing macular pigment composed by lutein and zeaxanthin. The lutein and zeaxanthin will help to absorb all the blue light over. So these are the key findings, and it is actually being published in all the academic papers and all the studies. Okay, so this is the summary. We have all these four ingredients, four main ingredients. So from the modern side, we have the marigold and we have the blackcurrant. So the marigold carries the lutein and zeaxanthin, which are the two hero ingredients with a golden ratio of 5 to 1. And blackcurrant has this antioxidant of anthocyanins, which help the eye blood circulation. And in the herbal side, in the TCM side, we have the wolfberry, also called goji berry. It contains a zeaxanthin, benefits the eyes also. Chrysanthemum is also having the antioxidants and lutein and helping us also for eyes. So these are the 4 main ingredients. So the goodness of this botanical beverage berries with lutein, it is so easy, and then it comes in a liquid stick pack, which is you can actually tear and sip. It is on the go packing, means that you can carry out anywhere and you can just tear it and sip it. And it has mixed berry flavored and micro encapsulation technology, which is easy absorption, means that it can easily absorb by ourselves. And then it is suitable for who? For everyone, and even for children who are actually 3 years and above, okay, with all the eyes symptoms and eyes problem. And it is also vegetarian friendly. So good. I mean, I look at this and actually I personally, after I got this, I tried it. And previously every day I have to drop eye drops. You know, I have to use eye drops to hydrate my eyes. And when I consume this daily, right, after 1 week, I do not need to drop the eye drops already. Seriously, this is my own personal experience. And I believe for more longer time, my vision will be clear. I will want to test my eyes again, left, right. My right side is actually having some blurry vision. So I believe that once I use it longer, it could be improved as well. Okay, I do not need to actually wear spectacles. Okay, and then these are the market comparison. Okay, this is the botanical beverage berries with protein. So these are all the main ingredients that we just now we have gone through. And then the format is in sachet. And the technology, it has a patented technology of purification and concentration, micro and encapsulated technology. This is for easier absorption. And traceable ingredients. All the ingredients that we talk about just now is actually under NutriCert farm, which is from seed to the nutrition. It can be traceable. Okay, it is grown in the NutriCert farm. So it is vegetarian friendly, and then two things: it protects from the blue light, and then it helps to actually strong antioxidant to prevent our eyes from the free radicals. Okay, comparably, these are the previous product, the Nutrient product that we have, Bilberry Plus. Okay, Bilberry Plus is also a good product. It has been actually upgraded to this botanical beverage. So except for the technology, and it couldn't be traceable because it can be traceable. It's not vegetarian friendly because it contains capsule of bovine. Bovine is one of the ingredients from the cattle. Okay, so these are the previous one. You can actually compare for here. So it has been actually upgraded to, it's a really wholesome product that can actually help in improve our eyesight. So so these are the dosage that we recommend to protect the eyes with 1 or 2 stick packs a day. Okay, so this is for ICU. Okay, I finished this. I think I taken the time already. I'm not sure, Diamond, do I need to stop here to give the time? I have another topic which I can continue here, or I can actually continue on the next session maybe.
We continue on the following sessions that we schedule. I think that will
we
be
can reschedule
good.
because to discuss this, I take a bit of time. I think my time is up already. Yes.
Great.
So for this one, we can do part B, part 2. I can share again with you. This is also another awesome product. So for this ICU, those who have not actually grabbed it, please grab it. It's a very, very good. I myself personally experienced that. It actually improved my eye dryness and eye fatigueness actually. So in this case, I will share this on another session, part 2, yeah. So this part 1 I've done, ICU. So with that, thank you for my sharing. I pass back to the host, Velun.
Okay, wow. So detailed and so much information. Let us give Miss Ching a first. Okay. Yeah, the product is unfortunately unavailable in Indonesia, but when we see that, wow, botanical with the lutein and zeaxanthin, Xanthin, wow, very powerful nutrient for the macula, yeah, everyone. Okay, so let us move on. Yes, let me share once again. Let us move on to our next speaker. No more question, right, everyone? No more. Okay, another young gentleman. Okay, can see. Okay. Voila. Okay, now let us move on to our next speaker, another young gentleman. His name is Darryl. Okay, a little bit of his profile before I welcome him on stage. So Darryl basically graduated from University of Buffalo with a degree in business accounting. Now currently work as a tutor to guide the new generation of students to improve their critical thinking. Previously, he was diagnosed with a spinal condition called spondylitis when she was 16. Okay, because of that, let him started his journey to improve his fitness. So over the years, nowadays he come to learn a holistic approach towards wellness, and he is also an enthusiastic reader, as he is a strong believer that great readers are great readers. So, without further ado, let us please welcome Darryl to share about the book, The Magic. Over to you, Darryl. Thank you.
Hello? Can you guys hear me? If you can hear, can you give me like a thumbs up or something so that I can at least see that you guys can hear? Can hear? Not at least.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great.
hear
Okay,
you.
good.
Yes,
So,
we can hear you clearly.
okay, yep. So just let me start my presentation. Okay, good. So yeah. So first things first, it's really a pleasure and it's really a blessing, right? That I'm able to share the book sharing today. I'm blessed to be in the team of William. And you know, without him, right? I honestly believe that I wouldn't be here. And so before we start, right, there's a very strong disclaimer. If whatever I'm sharing is different from whatever your upline or your mentors are telling you, please do check back with them. Okay, it's very important. Also, the next thing is whatever I'll be sharing is strictly just a sharing on the book. So I won't be teaching anything. It's just based off sharing off my own experience. Okay, so let's see. Okay, good. So just a little bit more about myself. When I was very young, I used to handle books. Then when I grew up a bit, I used to handle toys over the table, chess. Then when I got even older, but before I enlisted into the army, yeah, I started to play with more expensive toys. I started to play with the camera. That's why I joined photography. Then throughout all of this, right, before enlistment, I was just a person who studied, who just spent every single moment of his time studying. And to make matters worse, right, of why I wasn't active in sports, right, I was diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis, which very simply just means I have a spinal problem, a spinal condition. So I'm not active in sports at all. Then this was before my 20s. Then when I came out of army, I'm now past 20. Now from the 20s to my 30s, right? So this is where I started to get more sporty, where I started to be more active in sports. So I can tell I started my half marathon in 2014, and it all topped off in me completing a half Ironman in 2019. So throughout this entire book sharing, I hope to be able to show you how I changed from my not so sporty days to my more sporty days. Okay, and before I get into the books, we are really we are partnered with an extremely fantastic nutrition company called Nutrilite, and so it's very easy for you to change, right, with Nutrilite, because there's energy. But the most important thing is that even though we have such an extremely fantastic nutrition company, right? The most important thing you need to think about first is that I need to want to change. But at the start of it all, right, I had so many excuses. I really had a whole ton of excuses of why I didn't want to change, And this, when I think back on it now, right, those times in those days, I used to call them legitimate reasons, But right now, obviously, when I look back, I feel like they're all excuses. Before I started to become more active in sports, I had a lot of reasons. I said I have flat feet, so when I was running, it'll be painful for my legs. I mean, then at the point of time, also I was saying I had a spinal condition. It's not I can't do high impact sports, which included running. Then I also never intensive exercise before, so it's not okay for me to suddenly go from 0 kilometers to or okay, no, I wouldn't say I have 0 kilometers. In the past we had this thing called a NAFA test where you have to do for your physical education, where you have to run 2.4 kilometers. Yeah, that was the maximum distance I ran. Not something like 5 kilometers, not even 5 kilometers. So, suddenly going from 2.4 kilometers to something like 21 kilometers is like a huge gap. It's to me, it's like, wow, it's impossible. Then not to mention, let's not even talk about half Ironman. I don't even have an own bicycle, No, I don't even have like a sports bike to go and do a half Ironman. I was saying, no, I can't. Then most importantly, right, I was saying that I had no one to do with, Yeah, no one to do with. Because I was saying, I'll feel very lonely. I can't do this by myself. No, but all of these, right, are just excuses. And when I was introduced to the business, right, my mentor William, he used to say this, for things to change, first I must change. I have to change my own mindset. Because if I don't want to change, then if I want to do something, but if I don't change myself, I can't do it. Right? I can't keep giving all these excuses, all these reasons, and say, oh, I'm going to do a half Ironman in the future. It doesn't work that way. So this is where when I was like in the first year of the business, of joining the business, I'm really blessed, right, that William and my other mentors, right, like especially like Hong Bing, they introduced me to a book called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. I hope I'm saying pronounce it correctly, but yes, and it's truly my belief that this book is the one that started me off on the journey to better myself, and I'll be sharing my experience of how I use this book itself in order to accomplish my goal, which is ultimately completing a half Ironman. Right. So, if through this entire, if there's only 2 words, right, that you take back today, because maybe you're tired now, and you can't process whatever I'm saying, or maybe I'm speaking too fast, but I honestly feel if there are 2 words that you can take back today, right, it will be the words thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So it's so important I repeated it 3 times, because that's how important it is. Because in the book The Magic, there is this portion which is mentioned at the very beginning, a magic formula, which says that if you deliberately think and say the magic words thank you, the more you deliberately think about it and say these words, right, the more gratitude you feel. And the more gratitude you deliberately think and feel, right, the more abundance you receive. And this is all very important, at least for me, because the more gratitude you feel, right, it really changes everything about it. Because how should we put it? Yes, okay. So in the book, right, it talks a lot about blessings, which is basically what you want. Like for me, what I want right in the future is definitely like let's say, okay, I'm talking about the past. That means when I was 20 years old, or 20 to 21 years old, when I first joined the business, I really want to change. I wanted to change my life. And in order for me to change my life, right, the first thing I had to do was to be grateful for what I have. And in this book, it mentions, right, that if you want to change your life, you need to be grateful first, because like begets like, right? Like begets like. So if you want more blessings, you need to count your blessings. You can't just keep counting your misfortunes. So and obviously in this book, I believe, right, one of the best quotes, right, which is a pun, right, is that size doesn't matter. It's all about the heart. And in this, when I say size, right, I'm not talking about physical size. I'm not saying like how tall, how short you are. No, the size that I'm talking about here, right, or at least which the book alludes to, is the size of what you're grateful for. Because you can be grateful for something as small as a bird, that's in the palm of your hands. You can be grateful to the weather. You can be grateful to the flowers, to your pen, to your laptop, to my laptop in front of me right now. It doesn't matter what it is. It's about whether you genuinely feel grateful for it, whether you feel thankful for it. And the book mentions that in order to show the gratefulness, it's always best to say thank you. Like I'm like for example, like my current laptop that I'm using, I'm thankful for the fact that it still works, right? And that right now I'm still able to use it without it, not failing, having a mechanical failure all of a sudden. And I'm also very thankful about other things, but I'll say about it later on. Okay, so but basically, it doesn't matter what what you're grateful for. It just matters that you are being grateful for it. It doesn't matter whether it can be it can be as insignificant as a pencil. Always be grateful for it. And there's this quote in the book by Charles Dickens, right, saying that you need to reflect upon your present blessings, of which every man has many, but not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. So this one quote, right, was the one that got my mind, that started to change my beliefs, started to change my mindset. Because when you reflect on your present blessings, right, it means you are thankful for a lot of different things. But when you're reflecting on your past misfortune, right, you are just, in short, right, it's called the BMW. You're just bitching, moaning, and whining, and nothing's going to change. And for me, right, this is brought back, right, to me, talking about my legitimate reasons and excuses. Whenever I use these legitimate reasons, right, I'm actually counting on my misfortune. I keep saying, I keep harping on my misfortunes. I keep saying, I have flat feet, I have a spinal problem. I can't exercise intensively. I've never exercised intensively before. I don't have a sportswear, and I have no one to do it with. So all of these are legitimate reasons and excuses, right, that I use. But without knowing that actually all of these are my misfortunes that I'm counting. What I should have done and what I did was I changed all my excuses to gratitude. Because honestly, even though I have flat feet, hey, I'm now that I think back about it, and when I started on my journey to be more grateful, I wrote down that I was grateful that I have both legs. Because we tend to overlook, right, that some people don't have both legs, maybe because of an accident, they lose one or both of their legs, or maybe some people are born without legs. And for me to have both legs, I'm really very grateful for it. It allows me to at least walk and run. Some people can't do that, right? So that's why I'm very grateful for it. Then at the same time, I kept saying that, I have a spinal condition, but honestly, when I thought back on it, I am grateful that it's not such a bad condition, because I've seen cases that are worse. I've seen one of the an old man in China who is literally bent in half, because of his spine. So and for him, his spinal condition is definitely much worse than mine. And for me, I'm okay. I'm able to walk straight up. It's just that it's just stiff. But hey, it doesn't stop me from doing it, from doing what I want to do. So I'm grateful for it. And at the same time, I was grateful that I had both arms, both my hands. Because some people, they lose their arms. They might have lost one arm. They might lose both arms, or they might not even be born with arms. So that's why I was grateful for it. And at the same time, eyes. I'm grateful that I have both eyes, because some people are blind, right? And honestly, in like Singapore, especially when we talk about affording, I'm thankful that I can even afford to buy my sportswear. Because in the past I used to say that, I don't even have sportswear. Well, I'm thankful that at least in Singapore, our country is considered a first world country. But when you compare to other like third world countries, like maybe Zimbabwe, some people can't even afford to buy sportswear. If they want to run, they will have to run bare feet. And I can't complain about it, right? That's why I was grateful for it. And lastly, I was definitely, and no, I should say this, last but not the least, right, is that I was grateful that I have great mentors looking out for me. Because of this business opportunity, right, I was introduced to like people like William, to people like Hong Ming. So, they were the ones who told me that I had a blind spot, and it's because of them that I realized, how much I was lacking in the past and how I decided to become a better person. Because it's not like I said, if I didn't have these great mentors, or the other diamonds, looking out for me, right? Then I wouldn't have like opened my eyes and say, oh, actually, I should change. I should change myself, So I should change all these excuses I was giving to make it to fuel myself such that I can become, a better person, change it to become gratitude. So, and then the most important thing, right, is like as I was talking about this, is that in the book it says this: the gift of health is keeping me alive. This is a very wonderful quote, because how when you are sick, we always say things like, oh, I wish I was better. But have you noticed that conversely, the opposite doesn't happen? Like, when we are healthy, we don't say, oh, I'm thankful I'm healthy. Like, but when we are unhealthy, we say, oh, I want to be healthy. So this is the same thing, which leads to the point of gratefulness, in which where even when we are healthy, we should actually be grateful that we are healthy, instead of taking it for granted. Because the most important thing, right, that is always mentioned in this book, is that you should not take things for granted. And even then, right, it's in the first few portions of the book, right, of this book, it says in the start that whatever you're grateful for, right, things will come in abundance. But if you suddenly let a gratitude for this, suddenly you will start to attract all the things you do not want, or you will start losing things. And health is definite for me, right? Health was one of the most important things, because I wanted to go complete a half Ironman, but I had all these excuses laid out there. So that can't be. In fact, that's why after that I started to change. I started to believe, and become grateful for the fact that, hey, I'm healthy, and that is something to be grateful for, because it's not like I'm in a wheelchair or something that's stopping me from doing my Ironman. Or even then, even if I was in a wheelchair, if I was grateful enough, I think I would still have been able to do my Ironman even in a wheelchair, because I've seen people do this before. So it honestly, there shouldn't be something stopping me, because all these are just excuses, right? So so this is one of the other quotes that really impacted me, because I started to change. I honestly started to change. I all these excuses which I say I can't, I started to say, no, actually I can do this. And actually, it was really this quote really encapsulated how I changed, because from a person who kept giving excuses, I said, oh, I can't do this. I have so many reasons. I like, if someone asks me, why don't you go and run? Oh, I can't do this. I'm too busy. Or, oh no, I don't have the shoes. Or I'm not supposed to do high impact sports. I said, okay, sure, I'll do it. I can do this. Then really, because after a while, as years went by, I was saying, instead of saying, hey, you want to go run a marathon? Because I've already ran a marathon, right? I started to change the things. I started to, from I can't to I can do it, to actually I've done it, I finished it. Then as the years progressed, it started to get even the achievement started to get even higher, from things like a marathon. I actually finished the marathon. I actually finished an aquathlon. I actually finished a triathlon. So this was really very impactful for me, because from starting with nothing, as in like basically zero. As you can see from what I said in the start, I was not a sporty person at all. But I changed, and I was able to say I did it, right? So this was really very impactful for me. And but let's get real here. The most important thing, right, is like one of the quotes is that a thankful person, and this is a quote also in this book, right? It says this: a thankful person is thankful under all circumstances, and this is important because, let's get real, okay? Which is, life is not always smooth sailing. There will always be times, right, where negativity will hit you, right? That's for sure, because that's how life is. It's not as though every day is fantastic. But even when times are not fantastic, you still need to be thankful. In fact, the book states that even during these trying periods of time, you need to be thankful for them. And for me, there were multiple cases where this happened. And okay, so for example, one of the major examples that I see. So as you can see right over here, which I have, right, I have this thing here, which is the 2018 Ironman medal. But honestly, the 2018 Ironman medal is something which I did not deserve at all, because during that period of time, right? Just a short story. Me, Vinod, and William, we all three of us joined as a team, right, to do Ironman. And in 2018, that Ironman I did not complete. I did not finish it at all, because what happened was, excuses. But realistically, what happened is I got lost. I when I was doing the Ironman, when I was cycling, I took a wrong turn and I got lost, and I totally couldn't find my way. So that's why I didn't finish it. And at the end of the day, it was really on that during that day itself, it was really a very trying day for me, because I spent so much effort to train for this, and suddenly I can't finish it because I got lost and then I got injured from it. So, but even then, I was thankful for that experience, because even not even thinking back, but on during that event, I was thankful for it, because that event, right, when I got this medal, which I didn't deserve, I said to myself, and I said to William, I said that this medal is something that's going to fuel me to ensure that the next year, right, I will be able to complete this, because it will sharpen my focus, to see how I can better myself, to see what kind of fallback plans I have, so that the next year I won't be lost also. So, and lo and behold, next year I really finished it, because I took the time and effort, right, to change myself, to change the parts I was lacking. And if I kept harping on my excuses of, I lost, it's a one-time thing, I won't get lost again. No, that wouldn't have happened, because I trained myself, right, such that even if I got lost, I would still be able to find the finish line. So that is why the next year, something also happened, which is basically I almost got lost, but because of my experiences, right, that happened the year before, and of which I was thankful for, I was able to overcome this during the Ironman itself and finish the Ironman. So, obviously, this book, right, has 28 different steps. Okay, that you have to do over a span of 28 days. But even then, the book says, right, the book says that sometimes you want to focus on different aspects of your life. Sometimes you want to focus on money, sometimes you want to focus on relationships, and all of this, right, for each and every one of us, right, will be different, right? So I honestly can't explain everything to you, because what happens is I myself only took certain portions of it and applied it to my life. And for your case, right, maybe for each of you, right, you might be able to apply it in a different way. Maybe you might want to apply it in money. Maybe you want to be more grateful for your money, and maybe you want to be more grateful for your family, or maybe you want to be more grateful for your relationships in life, like your marriage. So, but obviously, I can't go through all of it, because each of us are experiencing different things. All I can suggest is, if you felt right, and literally, which is the book is called The Magic. So if you felt right that you wanted some form of magic in your life, to a spark, to change your life, for the better, and you felt that through my sharing that, maybe you want to be more grateful, then I strongly suggest and I strongly recommend that you actually pick up this book by yourself, and at the same time apply the things that were said in the book, because it worked for me, but I do not know how it will work for you. And the only way you will know is from you taking the book, applying it, and then changing your life, because I can't change your life for you. That is in your hands. I can only change my own life, because in the end, the only person responsible for my life is me, myself. Yeah. So with that, I would like to pass it back to the host. Thank you.
Wow. So awesome. So energetic, talking about the magic. Okay. Let us give egg and flowers to the awesome speaker, Darryl. Okay, talk so much, okay? To remind us again, for the things to change, first I must change, okay? And also practice the attitude of gratitude. So it's very, very important, everyone. And then change your mindset from I can't to I can. Also, one step ahead to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Okay, positive affirmation to yourself, and then don't forget to take actions, and always gratitude, whatever the circumstances. Thank you once again for Darryl for such an awesome sharing from the book of magic, and also Miss Ching Ching. Let us give them 10 10 10. Thank you very much. So let us move on to our dear Diamond, if there is any question. You, Diamond.
Yes, okay, good evening, everyone. Such an awesome sharing from both the speaker and really such an awesome night, right? When Ching shares, I believe that Indonesia and Singapore may not have this product yet, but it brings back to us that, of course, sooner or later, you will be able to have those products. And the fundamental of it is still, you can really find neutralites without fear, do a lot of research for us. And as the business owner, we really need to really understand the concept. I remember when M Plus is launched, that is in Malaysia called M Plus. I'm not too sure in Singapore what it calls, but it's a memory plus. I bumped into one very famous Chinese medical doctor from China. Not because of M plus, but because of one occasion I meet up with him. Then I told him I'm building Amway business, and he knew about Amway business. Then he told me something that I can remember till today. What he said is that, Janet, in fact, I respect Amway neutralites a lot. Reason is that they really go all out to search in the world of nature what is best, and then able to standardize it and serve the mankind. And he said one of the major pitfalls in the Chinese medical world is that actually Chinese medical world is full of wisdom, full of a lot of history and culture. But when coming to standardization, that is a big issue in the Chinese medical world. So just now when Ching share about the wolfberry, Ching share about those herbal and the science combination, it just brings back that memory that this doctor actually is very reputable, and he had served a China Leaders Committee. And he just said two things. He said, he just tell me, he say, if you actually can go in that directions of saying it is scientific and research based, and all the dosages and all the substance are standardization, you can have so much confidence and so much convincing that you can serve your market. So I really felt that nuggets, you go to appreciate it. I think people like me, like Casey, and many of our leaders, we can talk about Neutralite, we can talk about artistry with conviction, with passion, not because of just the word called Amway. It's actually because through the journey, we really feel it, and we also see the people that we serve really also had those benefits. So really great job, Chin Chin. I think you had really bring out very good detail on that, and don't rush through sharing both in a squeeze time. You really go through very systematically and let us understand this product so well. And then we had part two, because part two also is so important. And for those people that really miss bilberry, here comes the good news. You must actually understand what, as an ABO, we need to do is be a very sincere learner, and at the same time see how it works for us. And also you go back to serve those people that got vision challenge. And as most of us, at least minimum 5 to 10 hours, and a lot of us at 10 hours or more. And also, I think Darryl today had also very timely bring up this book called Magic. I think this is again very much my personal feeling, all right? Well, I had read this book many years ago. And during that time when I read that, I had for initially, I was thinking, if the world is so simple that you can live in the attitude of gratitude, you can most of the thing and most abundant. Is it real? It seems simple, too simple to be true. But through after that, I choose to believe, I choose to practice. And during that time, what I did is that every night I would end my day by really thinking through, not simply with the mouth. I am gratitude that I had a good loving husband called Edwin, or okay, my happy home. I always really use my heart to recall in that day what I am really grateful for. And during that time, I really, every time I use my heart to search for 3 things that I feel thankful and gratitude. And I find I'm full of joys. But as it becomes part of the habit, then I gradually forget about this practice, though I start having my gratitude or attitude of gratitude. So today I must thank Darryl that I will at least for the next 90 days still going back to find 3 things each day before I retiring my day, what I am thankful for. Okay, so it's true, it's real that all this will attract abundance, and a lot of times we find so difficult to express our gratitude. But again, all this take practice, all this take observation, all this take your feelings to connect. Okay, so while he is actually sharing, I was then writing down 3 things I feel very much I'm thanking for. One is that actually through this our Tuesday platform, our home globally platform, you just see that we have Wei Lun from Indonesia, we had Ching from Malaysia, and we had Darryl from Singapore. All the very much young, energetic, professional, busy executive and managers that together with all of us really making our teamwork and making our dream work. I feel very much appreciative about this. Okay, that's my first gratitude. My second gratitude is today, this morning, we had our family park walk. That Bay, my daughter, bringing the 2 sons and coming with us, having our walk, and we really had great fun and very joyous about that. And all these things, really, I find so much blessing. And thirdly, of course, is that I recall back the book called The Magic. And the magic itself is that really when you make things happen, as how Darryl rightly say, I can't walk your life for you. You can walk your own life. But all of us are connected by sharing and really with a positive attitude, positive energy, let all of us make ourselves more abundant and also make the world a better place. Okay, with that, I pass back to Wei Lun. Thanks, Wei Lun, for a great hosting. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot for the wisdom, Diamond. Let us give Diamond and flowers. Okay, so tonight, really reflect and think again what are we grateful for whatever happens and whatever in advance to happen. Okay, so let us move to our next week program, everyone, before we close our meeting. Yep, next week we have 2 awesome leaders from Singapore together with the MC, all from Singapore side. Okay, the first one will be our awesome leader. Okay, our dear upline mentor. We'll talk about beauty inside out. Okay, none other than Miss Casey Wee. Okay, the background later we will share again in next week. Okay, she is a mother of 3 kids. Basically, background latest late background is ex-banker. Nowadays, fully committed to be full-time mom and full-time ABO. Okay, with the years of knowledge and experience now, True Health and Wellness have helped many people all around the world. The second one is young gentleman from Singapore, Vinod, okay, an educator by profession. Okay, through the guidance of his mentor, he is also a health enthusiast. We talk about omega-3 and B complex. So, yep, with that, we close our session for tonight. Thanks everyone for the participation in Home Globally. 感恩 everyone. Bye bye. See you again next week. 再见. Bye bye.
再见，拜
Awesome.
拜。
Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.